about to blow, cause there's some things that's been on my mind. No more wasting time. All about the dough to give my kids a better life. I've been working days and nights in the studio, trying to keep this money flowing like rivers do. Hustle so hard, making hits on the regular. Think I'm about to turn it up. I just wanna pull up in the drop top, let the top drop. Now the whole spot like what up. Smoking like a hot box, now I'm so hot. Got the kush on the block, all my niggas twisted up. Starving, now I'm hungry, time to feed me. Everybody steady watching, but don't believe me. But I'ma keep it 100. Girl, I'ma keep it 100, yeah. I'ma be the man with the bands, I'm a soldier. Hope you niggas understand where I come from. Been doing this since I was 10, now I'm grown up. And know my grown man shit like a grown up. Chasing the money, chasing the green. You know when I'm on the scene, the ladies fix up they makeup. Chasing the dream, you niggas better believe that I'm coming to lead. And know it's a celebration. We gon' be on for the summer, Bentleys and Hummers, pockets full of money, and you know we gon' be stunting. Tour around the country, music steady bumping. All the ladies wondering when my album gon' be dropping. I'm about to take what I want, cause it's taking too long, and now I'm tired of waiting. Patience the key to success, but my patience is dead and these niggas keep hating. Hopping that new beat, steady working, hold up.
Derek, yeah, I want the world to go and everything in it. My ear blimp, Tony Montana vision. I wear my scars on my face and my heart up on my sleeve. 100, anything less is a snake in the flesh. Slithering, creeping through the grass. No time for a fake, cause my watch fixated on the bank. Ballin' is the only thing I play. They better king me, big rings on the way. Repeat anyway. City on my back like it's Teddy Brandon. At a space with the flow, no way I'm landing. Man, I'm so way up, too real. Put it all together, let's drill, huh? Spaceship through the city, Akon. And my speakers mixed with Little Weezy. Where the money at? I'ma treat it like a tip to Benji.
Now let me keep it 100. Hustle like I had nothing, yeah. Let me take you on a ride.
Oh, yes. That song was rocking. I'ma be the man with the plan. Did y'all hear that? I'ma be the man with the plan. That's what y'all gotta do, brothers. Y'all gotta be the man with the plan. Without a vision, you perish, people. Get that vision, have it going. Yes. I want to thank y'all for tuning in once again to Malik's Truth. You could have been anywhere else, but you decided to hang out with me this evening. I want to thank you for that. I want to first give thanks to Almighty God for giving me the gifts to be able to give to you and impart wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to you this evening through Malik's Truth, through the BU radio platform, who I'm going to give props to right now, to my brother, your brother, the producer extraordinaire, Natrell. What's us? Y'all say what's up to him. Y'all give me them hand claps out there. Give me them hand claps out there, y'all. Yes. BU Radio. This radio show, this radio network was put together with some blood, sweat, tears, and dedication to keep it going. And then more people just came up on it. So let me just tell you who the family is. We got some family out there. I want to say what's up to EOP Global Ministries for expressions of praise. We got Sauced in the City with Brenda Brown. We got our home girl, Lynn Jazanes with Bet On Yourself. Go get that book, by the way, Bet On Yourself. It is slamming. Shannon, the queen, the Miss Comedian Extraordinaire with the That's My Producer show. We got Amber Jones with Key Talk Tuesday. And we got Wong and Nia215 with the Wong channel. And then we got Monique Williams with Braids and Beauty. And then we also got our brother John Kirkley with Living Your Best Life. Now I want y'all to tune in and go ahead and look up those shows. What I want y'all to do right now, though, is I want y'all to go out and share. I want you to share this, like BU Radio Network. I want you to, we're going to comment throughout this whole show. And remember, when you comment, you automatically become my co-host. So go ahead and get them comments out there, y'all. So this is what we're going to do to get this party started. First of all, again, I am Malik Truth, the author of the best-selling book, The Design Dating Purpose. This book is brought to you by some catalysts in my life that caused this book to come into fruition. Some areas that I was challenged with in the field of dating. And one of the major areas in the dating field that I was challenged with, that most of you are challenged with out there, but not really ready to admit it, is yourselves. Once I got a hold of myself, I began to act and behave a little bit more appropriately and a whole lot better in the dating process. So I want y'all to go out there and grab this book. It's going to change your life. It's changing lives across the country right now. So I want y'all to go out there and grab this book. I have some guests on the show with me today, and I'm going to introduce them momentarily. What I want to get into is family. Family first. The family in our community in particular is something that's phasing out. We got fathers rolling out on the kids. We even have some mothers rolling out on the kids. And see, what happens is when we do this, we give them a skewed perception of what family is supposed to be. And what we want to do today for you guys is we want to bring that back into the forefront. We want to bring that back into your consciousness. We want to give you millennials, because the statistics say that millennials are not marrying at the rate of 70 to 85%. Now, when I wrote this book, the stats were at 70. And that was about 3.5 years ago. The stats are somewhere between 80 and 85 now that millennials are not getting married. So what is that telling us, folks? There's a lot of shacking going on. There's a lot of smashing going on. There's a lot of dashing going on. And you know what? There's a lot of diseases and kids being had out of these smash and dash relationships. So let's do some things about that. Let's go ahead and wrap our minds around family. Brother, if you awaken that desire in that woman to be in love and to be a wife, learn how to follow through with that. Millennials, learn how to follow through with that. And if you don't, pick up a book. Go to one of your older brothers. Go to one of the men out in the community that you can trust and have them teach you how to follow through so that you don't become the statistic of the next brother who damaged even further that woman. So can we come together, brothers? Can we come together? Let's go ahead and talk family first. I have with me today two wonderful, beautiful people. We got Tracy Jasper, and we got Troy, the Trap House. I'm gonna let him introduce his last name, but I think Troy, the Troy the Biz Trap, or Biz Troy Biz Trap.
Last name Joseph.
There you go, Troy
Don't
Joseph.
Tell nobody,
They know now, bro. You on air. But I'm gonna show y'all what I got on today. Y'all see what I got on today? Can y'all see what I got on today? I changed up my style a little bit. I'm kind of like that episode on Martin where Gina changed her style, where she said wear a suit and wear the glasses and everything and talk like this. Well, I ain't gonna talk like that. I'm just gonna be me, but I'm gonna give y'all more of who I am. I had to dip into the closet and dust some things off and say, wow, this might still look good. It might still fit. And guess what? I'm still fit, so it's still fit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get into our guests. We're gonna bring on our sister first, Miss Tracy Jasper. And Tracy, go ahead and tell the audience a little bit about you. You know your birth, your sign, where you graduated, stuff like that. Who you be? Who you be?
I'm a Capricorn. Okay. So happy belated. I'm we always Anyway, Capricorn. I've been in Las Vegas since 2005. Came from Biloxi, Mississippi. 3 days before Hurricane Katrina hit. God bless. And so also.
That's all right. Biloxi, Mississippi, right?
Biloxi, Mississippi. I'm also, I graduated from a correctional facility.
Okay.
And
you graduated from a correctional facility.
I did.
Okay, you're going to have to tell me, stop.
I graduated from a youth correctional facility on time.
All right.
At age 18.
Okay.
And just running these Las Vegas streets.
Okay.
It was actually one of the best things that could happen to me at that time. So I don't regret it at all.
That's all right.
That is where I come from. And when I got out of the correctional facility, I made it my goal to do better for myself.
Yes,
I was able
I like
to.
that.
I didn't have a family at the time. It was just me. And so I wanted to, get my stuff together before I got.
That's what I'm talking about. And see, and it's stories like that, sister, that people need to hear. You say that you graduated from a correctional facility, and I was like, okay, was she working there or something like that? And they said, hey, girl, you got your degree now. But you actually was behaving in a manner that got you up in there, and you learned some things that turned you around. Is that about right?
Absolutely.
Okay, all right. What'd you learn up there? Did you learn the trade that got you into Tinkerbird, or what'd you learn?
Well, actually, what I learned was controlling that I'm the boss of my own thoughts.
Yes.
What I think about, I bring about. So to pay attention to my thoughts.
Yes.
That was really huge for me. Once I was able to do that, that's when things started changing, and changing the people that I hung around. God willing, I was able to work alongside the very same people who locked me up. So I was able to go back into my community and then help out young girls like myself with different nonprofit organizations. So,
what is one of those nonprofit organizations that you still have right now?
I'm no longer affiliated with any of those nonprofit organizations.
Are you considering one?
No.
Okay, all right. Because if you did, I got some people that can help you out.
Okay.
But anyway, Brother Troy.
What's up?
Tell us about you.
No prison system, but
yes.
I definitely come from the trenches, man. I'm from Watts, California.
Ooh, okay.
Born and raised. Came out here in 2014, so I've been out here 6 years. No prison system. Been in a correction facility before, but no prison time. I wasn't too much of a mess up, or I didn't get caught. So
right, there you go. That's usually usually that's the debate. Are you a criminal because you committed a crime, or are you a criminal because you got caught and convicted?
You got caught.
So what's your age, sir?
35.
35. Okay. All right. So you part of that millennial crowd?
Yeah, I didn't realize I was a millennial until today.
Yes, sir. It's the ages, man.
I had to look it up.
Yeah,
it's a lot of terms out there, and You know, they throw a lot. It's a new term every day. So
It is.
Yeah.
They gotta have something to describe, you know, a certain group of people. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's by age, by race, you know, by your hairstyle, how big your nose is, whatever it is.
Yeah.
They got to have something to label us and describe us. That's this world we live in is a world of labels. You know what I'm saying? Everything has a label. You know, but what we want to do is we want to discuss one of the major labels that's falling apart, and one of those labels is called family. Now, I came from a single family home myself. I was raised by my dad, but I always had access to my mom. But one of the things that a lot of people don't realize is that when a child has to go from house to house, that still is in some way affects the child. You know, have I had my run-ins with the law? Yes, I have. And but the greatest part about when we have our run-ins with the law is that when we learn, the saying goes, the more we know, the more we grow. Right. You know, and if we know better, we'll do better. But my thing is when you know better, you have to learn how to do better. You have to learn how to utilize that knowledge that you have and apply it. And if you don't know how to apply that knowledge you have, you're just walking around with just one big sponge full of knowledge without knowing how to apply it. So that's why we have to have shows like this. We have to have sisters like Tracy, brother like you, Troy, you know, brothers like Natrell, you know, DT702, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, everybody else that comes through here, we inspire the people. And it's up to us to continue to inspire the people. Now, out of my book, one part of my book, I talk about the design of understanding and how the design goes from past to present to future. How so have the concept of family eroded throughout each generation? So much so has the concept of courting, you know, the proper way eroded throughout, you know, the generations. So I say here, out of my book, in the Understanding as the Foundation, according to the National Deseret News, an online publication, the marriage rates, not divorce rates, but the marriage rates for the following generations are as follows. 65% for the lost generations, that's grandma and grandpa. 48% for the baby boomers, that's mommy and daddy. And 36% for the next generation, that's me, 50 years old. And then the millennials, that's you guys, okay, at 70%. And then I just read something the other day as I was doing my studies that millennials, again, aren't marrying at rates of 70 to 85%. And they're predicting that within the next 5 to 10 years, it's going to be up at 90. So we have to understand what are some of the correlations with that? What are some of the problems with that? You know, I do know and I talk about it a little bit in my book, that when I grew up, my uncles didn't teach us how to go out and find a wife. They taught us how to go out and find some booty. You know what I'm saying? We was taught how to smash and dash. I was taught how to eat coochie at 16 years old. You know what I'm saying? You know, what uncle sits his nephew down and not talk about finances and education, sits his nephew down and say, let me tell you how you keep a woman. You want to spread her legs like this. You want to do that and straight up. Okay, so it wasn't just me. I'm pretty sure there's other men and women out there, because you got a lot of women who aren't teaching family as well. I think one of the major things that we're not doing is teaching our young men how to go out there and become husbands. And a lot of women aren't teaching their young women how to go out there and be a wife. What they've done is they've diluted and kind of fabricated and dumbed down the idea of wife, saying, oh, I ain't about to be submissive to nobody. I ain't about to be cooking for nobody. I ain't about to be doing this and I ain't about to be doing that. Well, you fucking them? That's a wifely duty. I mean, can you do some other things that go along with that? Dudes, the same thing. You know, if y'all having sex and y'all doing this, that, and the other, there's some other things that go along with being together besides just having sex. Now, I say here in past as a foundation that courting is no longer a widely used concept defining the process of a man and a woman meeting and committing purposeful quality time to one another. Courting is now and has been for some time a fading practice, marred with selfish intentions rather than a modality to connect with the person and determine their marriage worthiness. I mean, it's easy for many of us today to, appreciate it's not easy for many of us today to appreciate that kind of knowledge, because it's been forgotten and it's been diluted and defiled throughout the generations. And what we want to do is we want to teach our millennials how to come back to that family first millennial generations like you guys. Mm-hmm. You guys are young. You guys are in business together. And one thing that a lot of people don't understand is that in a relationship, you're not looking for perfection. In a relationship, you're looking for balance. You're looking for something that works. When the storm comes, how has our balance taught us to weather the storm? So I want to know where you guys met, how you guys met. Go ahead, tell us that story.
We met at school. That's a safe one, right? I love that story. It's always a safe one to tell.
Right.
We met in college. He was enrolling at the time, and I was already enrolled and was checking up on some things. And he stood up and looked at me, and we looked at each other.
Go ahead. This is Malik's truth. Be transparent. When he stood up, did he have a nice ass or broad shoulders? Was he wearing sweatpants?
He had on some jeans. He had on a nice look.
Okay.
He had a nice look. He was, handsome and tall.
Okay.
Broad shoulders for sure. But when he turned around and the eye contact that we made with each other, it was just. Anyway, so
hold on. Rewind. What?
The eye contact said,
ooh wee.
Ooh wee. Look at the ooh wee.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. This Malik truth. Tell the truth.
No, okay, so the truth is he was in line behind me. Okay. And
what'd you see behind when you was walking behind?
A young hottie.
Young hot. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, we got to learn to be honest. I thought he was going to say something like, that sure is a lady I'd love to marry.
Nah.
A young hottie.
He saw a young hottie. Tell the truth.
And at the school that we were at, it wasn't a lot of brothers like him walking around. So it was like a unicorn just it was like a unicorn just appeared in my life. But he was behind me, and I guess the people in front of us was taking too long with their encounter, and instead of him asking my name and things like that, he was behind me like this. But you just enjoying the view, a sigh of, I'm glad the line ain't moving fast enough. So I'm like, okay, he must want me to turn around. Yeah. But not gonna say nothing. He's just gonna sigh in the
she
back.
She wanted to turn around.
And I wanted to.
Yeah, that's why she turned around.
And I'm not afraid to approach a man as well, And so I turned around and we talked, and I actually met his mom there too. What? Mm-hmm. So I met him and his mom on the same day. And he introduced me to his mom as Jasmine. Okay. My name is Tracy.
Okay, hold on. How you get Jasmine and Tracy mixed up? That ain't even the same letters.
I don't know.
I think it's because I told him my last name, Tracy Jasper.
Right.
And it's not the first time that somebody has called me Jasmine when I told them my last name. So I didn't get offended.
But in my defense, I'm bad with names.
Okay.
So I have to say your name a few times to get it. So
that makes up for it.
I apologize a few times, for that.
Okay.
So we passed that.
It was
all right. So where'd you take her at, or was you the independent woman? You took him somewhere.
What do you mean?
What was your first date? Where'd y'all go?
We went and hung out on the strip and went to the Flamingo and seen the flamingos. This is when I first moved out here too. Right. So she snatched me up pretty quick and
wow,
did her thing.
I was like, what? You just moved out here? What? You ain't got nobody?
Okay. So you kind of solidified it, Tracy.
Yeah, I
What?
definitely saw what I wanted. And I mean, it was. I
Okay.
believe it was very mutual.
Okay, good. So in my book, I talk a lot about how we have to find ourselves and define ourselves, for who we are, so we can be prepared truly to get into the dating process. You going through what you had gone through, having to come to terms with who that person was and who you were slowly becoming, and being prepared to be with somebody. How was that like for you?
That was, you know what? That was really fun. It was fun.
Okay.
It was me just really wanting to know who he was, and show him who I was, flaws and all. Like, I literally showed him flaws up front.
I think that's very important that we learn to talk about those things, Troy.
Yeah,
Especially as men.
I think in the beginning, like most relationships, you meet someone, you don't really know them, and with millennials or people, even older people, no matter what age, we kind of bump our head trying to figure each other out and figure out the dynamic of the relationship,
Right.
because we weren't taught. I wasn't.
That's right.
And a lot of women weren't either. So, we kind of bump heads together and figure it out.
Right.
So it's
Now,
beautiful.
fast forwarding to today,
Mm-hmm.
when we talk about you're not looking for perfection, and when we get into the realm of marriage, there's this for better or for worse thing. But it seems like a lot of people jump ship when they hit those for worse moments. How can you encourage the people through what you're going through, with what you've experienced in your relationship? Because I know it hasn't always been peaches and cream.
Right.
What are some of those stormy, rocky roads that you guys have learned to work together through?
I think just like really miscommunication, and like I said, we kind of, we still bumping heads trying to figure each other out when it comes to certain things.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna go in too much detail about our bumpy roads, but the main thing is sticking out, staying in it, and figuring out what's most important to you, to you and your relationship.
I like that.
What do you value?
I like that. What you value.
And being honest with yourself and your partner, because it's easy to jump ship. It's easy to run. I done ran before. I done made babies and ran.
Wow. Okay. Thanks for your honesty.
Yeah. So I've learned though. With all that I've learned, there's some things that I wish I can do different. I wish I could have done different, but you can't take it back. So
Right.
it's just a learning process, and you go through life, especially as young black men, just kind of figuring it out. You can hear people say things, you hear people talk about things and have certain discussions, but without that up close example,
Yes,
that
sir.
real life example, it's hard.
Very, very hard.
And I want to add to that, we're also not afraid to ask for help. We have been to premarital counseling, and we have an older black couple who's been married like 50 plus years that we always reach out to whenever we're going through our moments.
Oh yes.
And when we have an issue, I don't run to my homegirls, but I will call up. I will ask my mom, and I will call up the older couple that we look up to, because they've been there. They're 50 plus years of marriage. My goodness, you know what I'm saying? So, it's almost like that saying of, if you want to.
Y'all, let's get some hand claps for that. 50 plus years of marriage, y'all.
Absolutely.
Come on, y'all out there.
That's who
Y'all
we
on the
talk to.
post. That's right. 50, and that's what y'all trying to hit at, right? Yeah. Y'all learning how to weather those storms. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the thing is that somebody gets sick. Somebody says, I ain't signed up for this. Money run out. I ain't signed up for this.
Right.
Yes, the hell you did. For better, for worse. For richer, for poorer.
But I think a lot of that starts before you even make those vows.
Bro, you better say that. Say that one more time.
That starts before you even say those vows. You have to actually live in that. It's not just getting married and and saying that now it starts. You have to really be about that and really be for that person, and that person has to be for you too.
That's right, and that's what I'm talking about. It's all about finding that balance and finding out what you guys are willing, to work out, and work it through. And that's the most important thing. And I like what you had told the people out there. Now, John Kirk has a question for you, Tracy. He says, did you go through the YAP program as well?
I went through the YAP program, and I also worked for YAP as a paraprofessional, which is what I do now. I don't work with YAP, but I'm a paraprofessional still. So like I said earlier, that was one of the organizations that helped me, and then I was able to go back and be hired to help other people.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Linja Zane says that she loves you guys' honesty. And that's what this show is about. Malik's Truth. It's about being honest, being transparent, telling people what they need to hear, not want to hear. And sometimes telling those things, those truths, can be a little tough. You know what I'm saying? Now, what's some of the things that you just can't stand about him, Tracy?
Uh-oh.
So that just
It's
get on your
nothing.
last nerve, like, oh my God, Troy, please.
Nah. I feel like I'm really lucky because, it's so minor. Things are just minor. I can't say nothing about his cleaning habits or, eat dirty and things like that. Little pet peeves that get on, maybe he leave the toilet seat up.
Oh, that's that common stuff.
Like little
Leave
stuff.
the toilet seat
little
up.
stuff. It's nothing.
Do he leave his socks around?
No.
Okay, all right. Do he leave dirty dishes in the sink?
He cleaned the dirty dishes in the sink.
Oh, what? Oh, you leave the dirty dishes.
Hey. Don't tell my business.
He flexed on a yard. Hey, don't tell my business. All right, so Troy and Kind, what are some of the things that Tracy might do that make you go, babe, come on now, babe?
When we having a conversation, a lot of times she jumps and say kind of random things, and it's like, what? And she confused me. I'm like, you got to stick to what we talk.
I am pretty. I'm pretty random.
It's
She
funny.
be talking off topic.
Yeah, sometimes it's funny. It's funny though. Yeah. Like, you confused.
And I'm like, keep up. You don't know what I'm talking about?
You be
Like,
talking
keep
about
up.
the Food Network and shit throwing Powerpuff Girls or something like that?
Exactly.
Just
Super
random
random.
stuff. And it's
Super
like,
random.
really?
Just super random.
Maybe that's the
Okay.
Capricorn in me.
All right, y'all. I want y'all to stay tuned in. We're going to take a short break. And then when we come back, we are going to talk about the Tinker Bird line. The Tinker Bird line. And we're going to talk about how it came into fruition, why they decided to go into business together, and how that also fits into their family structure as well. So I want y'all to stay tuned in to Malik's Truth with my guests, Tracy Jasper and Troy. He just likes to be called Troy.
You're playing hard to get, it makes me sick, but I understand. No, I don't blame you at all. Oh, I just need one night with you, and we can keep our clothes on. That's if we can. I'm trying to get next to you, but you pass on every moment. Turn down my invitations. Oh yeah. But I keep on trying. You'll come around. I'm wearing you down. And you could be my Laura. I could be your Urkel. Can't you tell I adore ya? You're nothing less than a miracle. You're a once in a lifetime, once in a blue moon, a shooting star. Yeah, I'd spend a lifetime just to be where you are, but you pass on every moment. You turn down invitations, and I don't know why, but I keep on trying. You'll come around. I'm wearing you down. And when your nose turn into maybes, oh yeah, I know I'm onto something.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Malik's Truth, where I have the CEOs of Tinker Bird product line, and they make clothes for your little girl. I'm going to have them talk about it. So first, again, I want to thank y'all once again. I am Malik Truth, and this is Malik's Truth. Thank you for tuning in. Once again, you could have been anywhere else, but you decided to stay tuned in with me, so I thank you for that. Tracy or Troy, whichever one, tell the public what Tinkerbell is and how it came to be.
Well, Tinkerbird is a girls' apparel and accessories brand offering something new, something special, something cute for girls. From canvas to the classroom, from the playground to a day around town, your girly girl or not so girly girl will feel empowered by her uniqueness.
You sounded like a commercial.
Yes. Visit
I like
Tinkerbird.
that. You rehearsed that one, didn't you?
You visit tinkerbird.com to shop our products. Use code Malik to receive 10% off of your order.
Thank you.
And remember, Tinkerbird clothes may not change the world, but the little girl who wears them most definitely will.
Definitely.
Hey, I love that. You better trade that, mark that real fast, quick, fast, in a hurry.
We're pending trademark, so
That's
working
what
on it.
I'm talking about. That's what. Troy, what you got to say about it? How did you jump on this thing? Was it her idea, or was it an idea that came together with both of you guys?
It was both of our ideas.
Okay.
She's definitely took control and did a lot of work, put in a lot of work, and I really appreciate it for that, for real. It was both our idea. I was laid off in March due to the COVID situation, and being at home, brainstorming. But even when we first met, we already talked about starting a business, and we're gonna be business owners. We're gonna have daughters, and it actually came into fruition. You know, it happened.
I'm
so
proud.
Tinkerbird brand, we started it August,
2020.
but
Wow.
March, April, earlier in the year, we were already brainstorming and kind of coming up with the ideas. But our launch was August. So we brainstorming and coming up with the ideas and the concept started earlier in the year.
And we had been when we first, probably like the first night we hung out, I was one of those girls. I told him that we would have a daughter together and that we would be business owners. I know, right? And that we would be
Speaking it into existence.
and that's just really what I felt. I really felt that, and I never felt that before, and
Well,
so
you
I
blew
felt
his
it,
head up.
and I had to say it. And he looked at me like, I guess this sign the first, like, yeah. Anyways,
You're right.
I heard that.
so we tried different things, with entrepreneurship over the years. Nothing really stuck, and I believe COVID really pushed us to just make something happen,
Right.
and we were able to.
Love that. I love that. Now, Tinkerbird to me sound like that little baby name we used to give it to the baby. Hey, Tinkerbird, what's my Tinkerbird? Am I on the right track?
You are.
That's
You own the track.
Yeah, that's our oldest daughter. She's 5 years old.
And y'all should call her Tinkerbird.
Tinkerbird,
Hey,
yeah.
my little Tinkerbird.
Because she was little, petite like me. I'm petite,
Right.
and she ate like a bird. So Tinkerbird.
That my little Tinkerbird right there.
Exactly.
Right.
I swear I was talking with Lair, of Lair Body Essentials. Y'all
Shout out,
go
Lair.
cop that. Shout out
Lair?
to Lair B. All right, so I was talking to her, and I never really questioned her on it, but I knew I would have you on the show, and I did not know that you have a partner. And I'm so happy that you guys are working this thing together. And you guys have found a balance within that. You guys have found your roles in the business. Yes?
Right. It's not the easiest. I mean, they say don't mix, business with family, and they say it for a reason because, you think in business, but then when you're having certain conversations, even about business, the family comes in, and the emotions and all the stuff comes in, and within that conversation, you might be disagreeing on something, and it's difficult at times, but. Like I say, once we got to a certain point, she pretty much took over and started doing certain things, and I started doing certain things. That way we're not bumping heads too much.
That's good. I
So
like that.
yeah, we figured it
Yeah,
out.
just kind of naturally.
Yeah.
We just naturally fell into our place, and anything we need from each other, let each other know.
And I like that. I like that because I think, especially the young crowd out there, need to learn how important communication is in a relationship. Not even just a romantic relationship, but even a business relationship. Because you guys are switching hats. You guys are going from CEOs working on a corporation together to being parents to being lovers and friends, and still learning how to learn one another while you're in this romantic relationship.
Right.
And how are you balancing these things? You got to learn each other as business partners, and you got to learn each other, in this relationship.
Yeah, I think a lot of it comes off natural. We naturally kind of, stay in tune with each other because
Right.
this is something that we always wanted to do and we always, talked about. And our little girls are real special. They're our little models, and my oldest daughter, her nickname is Tinkerbird. So they take on the whole Tinkerbird idea. They love it. And it helps us. It helps us out. It helps us keep going.
I think we have a clip of them modeling. Latrell, do we have a clip? Yeah, we definitely have to show the listening public what you guys do, how you do it, and what you're gonna keep on doing. Because you're gonna keep giving them good products. And until this clip rolls up, do you have something that you can just show the audience?
Oh yes, we have our hair bonnets, which are silk and double layered with a drawstring, so it's good for the baby's head. My 2-year-old wears it. I wear it as well. And it's available in 4 colors. This is our newest color, this beautiful purple color right here. We have also, what I brought with me was our velour suit. This was in our fashion show that we just did. Our velour suit has a double lining inside, so it's great for the winter. Super soft cotton material with our extra cute logo on the back.
Come on, y'all.
Right? So
Where can they find that again?
that's tinkerbird.com. Use code Malik to receive 10% off your
I
order.
like that. I'm worth 10%.
That's tithing, look.
That is tithing. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus.
Oh, and,
All right.
and relating to how we stay balanced, we reach out for help. We not finna sit up here and act like we're self-made, like we just figure it out mysteriously. We ask for help.
Y'all hear that out there? Learn to ask for help. I mean, it could come from anyone, but definitely first you want to do is you want to ask God for guidance, because God will definitely send you whom you're supposed to have within that moment in time in your life.
Yes, he does.
Sure. So we just waiting for that video to queue up.
Oh, that's the cute little part.
Yeah,
The fashion show was very fun, by the way. It was done at Easy Days Mini Mart. Easy Days is off of Tropical.
Next up, we have Mariah. Also rocking the Tinkerbird earring and Tinkerbird jewelry.
Oh, yeah. Yes, there's Lyric daughter there. She was so cute. Yes, and there's Lyric daughter again. She's wearing the velour suit that I mentioned. Underneath it is our long sleeve Tinkerbird t-shirt, and she also has on our hair bow. That is Tinkerbird herself. That's the original Tinkerbird, Miss Taya Eve, wearing our sunglasses and the velour suit, and that's the crew right there. It was so much fun.
That's what I'm talking about.
And one thing to mention, because I do say that Tinkerbird clothing may not change the world, but the little girl who wears them will, because those little girls they've never been in a fashion, except for mine. They've never been in a fashion show before. We had one night of rehearsal. They were very shy, very timid, but they put on our clothes. And they got out there and didn't skip a beat and were the talk of the whole fashion show. Like, they did amazing. And so that's what our brand is supposed to do. It's supposed to empower girls with their own uniqueness with this cute character design.
Hey, we got a comment. We got C. Murder Hall saying that he's very proud of you guys for doing what you do.
Thank you,
We
Z.
got John Kirk.
That's my bro.
Said, all right,
That's my
okay,
bro. See,
that's what
Charlie.
I'm talking about.
Charlie.
He said, great job, Tracy. You know what I'm saying? You guys are, and they are showing the millennials that you can put family first and make the business not separate from it, but a part of it.
Exactly.
Yep.
And balance it off properly, because there are things that you're going to get involved in with the business. There are going to be some arguments that's going to occur because of the business. But what happens out of that is Asiatic excellence. You're learning to weather the storm. You're learning to get through business decisions together. You're working out family decisions together. You're teaching your girls how to be entrepreneurs. You're teaching them the value of both of you guys being around, both of you guys working some things out. You know what I'm saying? And I know you guys have those ill moments where you kiss in front of them, like, ew.
I think it's starting.
Okay.
Yeah. And my daughter, she's 5, and she kind of give us this look, and it's like, we've been doing this before you were born. You know, so step back, youngin.
That's the beauty of it, though. The beauty of it is showing your children that genuine affection.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's
Absolutely.
important. It's important, you know. Nowadays, they you know, there's so much on TV, and they putting so many things in front of these kids' face, and you know, we make it our business to stick it out and be that example of, you know.
And I've heard people say, you know, that they don't argue in front of their kids. They don't like to argue in front of their kids. We try not to, but they also see it. They see us argue, which is fine, because they see us love each other as well. So
And that's what time it is to show them that you guys love each other, that things may happen, but love is still there, whether it through.
Right.
And I want to thank you guys for coming on. I tell you, the time goes by so fast when you're having fun.
it does.
And again, I need you to tell the listening audience where they can find you at again.
They can find us on Instagram at Tinkerbird Brand. Tinkerbird Brand. Okay, it's right here on my shirt if you need a reference. Tinkerbird Brand. Okay. And you can add us on our Facebook group. Tinkerbird is our Facebook group. We also have a YouTube page, youtube.com/Tinkerbird Brands. We are also visit our website and shop. 10% off. Use code Malik. Tinkerbird.com.
Yep.
Yes.
Share with your friends that have little girls. We have so much in store. We're working on publishing our very first book for Tinkerbird.
Oh, yes.
We will be having the boys involved soon, so we have a character for the boys. So as long as you all keep supporting, is as long as we will continue to give you all what you want.
Just like Latrell said, expanding.
Yeah.
Yes.
Expanding. That's good. And look, and we all here at BU Radio Network gonna be there for the ride, because we are family. And you guys out there in listening land, like I said before, you could have been anywhere this evening, but you decided to hang out with your boy. I want to thank you so much for that. I want to thank you for receiving our guest today. And I need you to go out there and get their products for your little girl. And as soon as the little boys line come out, I want you to go out there and cop that as well. So this has been Malik's Truth Radio Show. We're here. We are transparent. And we tell the truth. Peace.
Your body all over my body, babe. My body all over your body, baby. Body, baby.
That's a good one.
Don't it feel nice when I jump on it? When we in the bedroom, kiss it till you open. Ooh, tell me what it feels like. We can do this all night.
Said we just fucking on the low. Don't talk about it, cause nobody can know. We link up late and get lit. I just brought Henny and dick. She say T and B are fit. fix. I think I'm caught in the mix. No codeine, but she fit for a creep. Her color rose gold when I cop her a ring. I remember. Ooh, I'm cold as December. Chopping it down from the back. She screaming timber. Sweat dripping all on my emblem. She said she wants this forever. I'm scared cause I feel the same. Had to part V's in the chain. I'm rolling this wood and she switching lanes. Yeah.
Don't it feel nice when I jump on it? When we in the bedroom, kiss it till you open. Tell me what it feels like. We can do this all night.
Your body all over my body, babe. My body all over your body, babe.
Jump up on it. Yeah.
Body, baby.
Let me take off your clothes, cause I want you right now. Juicy and it's powder, flowing like the ocean. You know I own it, you got me focused, yeah. I need it in every way. We skipping the foreplay. Baby, say my name. No, I like it better with the lights low. Turn the kitchen into a free show. You eating, you can't get enough. Baby, I like it when you want it rough. Tying you up, you be scratching me up. But there ain't nothing wrong with it, yeah. I'ma take my time with it. Now you catching no feelings.
I'm just trying to do
What I need to do,
baby, when you throw it at me.
keep me in the mood.
No time to waste. No against the touch can keep you in your place. Yo.
Don't it feel nice when I jump on it? When we in the bedroom, kiss it till you open. Tell me what it feels like. We can do this all night.
Feel nice when I jump on it. When we in the bedroom.
Kiss it till you open.